So red alert notices for Atul and Rajesh Gupta, their wives and 4 others outside South Africa have today been issued by Interpol. This comes as the fraud case against Gupta associate Iqbal Sharma and 3 senior Free State government officials has been postponed in the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court. They're accused of irregularly awarding a 25 million rand contract for that feasibility study on the failed Estina dairy farm project. Our reporter Manqoba Mchunu is following the story. Let's cross to Bloemfontein for the very latest on both those issues. Hi, Manqoba. So the case is set to resume in September. Just tell us what happened in court today.
Indeed, Sally, the matter was postponed to the 6th of September, and this was done in absentia of all the accused. Remember, Sally, that there were 5 accused that were meant to appear in court today, but of course they were not physically in court due to the fact that there is currently level 4 lockdown regulations, and we do understand that there was an early agreement between the NPA's investigation directorate as well as the defense for the accused not to be in court today, but the state indicating, Sally, today that it has now served the defense with the copies of the documents, so they will have an opportunity to actually go through these documents to prepare for trial. We do understand that they will now be consulting with their clients and getting further instructions from them before this matter is moved to the High Court. But this particular matter relating to that controversial tender that was issued to Nulane Investments, which is a company that is linked to the Gupta associate Iqbal Sharma. Back in 2011, we recall, said that an amount of 25 million rand was paid to Nulane Investments to carry out that feasibility studies into the Estina dairy farm project. But of course, that was ultimately subcontracted to dilute at a fraction of a price, 1,500,000 rand to be quite exact on that figure. And the rest of the monies were then siphoned out of the country to various bank accounts that are linked to Gupta associate and the Gupta family. But the investigating directorate said, indicating today that the matter is ready to proceed with trial. In fact, they're saying that they will be serving their final indictment on the 6th of September when this matter does return to court. But take a listen to what the NPA's investigating directorate spokesperson Sindisiwe Sibuka had to say earlier on.
The 25 million feasibility study case involving Nulane Investment and the Department of Agriculture in the Free State has been postponed to the 6th of September to the same Bloemfontein Regional Court. At that sitting, the matter will then be transferred to the Bloemfontein High Court. Additionally, the investigating directorate has handed over the case docket to the accused currently in the country to best prepare for trial. What we must also stress is that the time in between is for the accused to bring additional applications as to get further particulars if they so wish. What we must also notify the public on is that the Interpol has now issued red notices against Atul Gupta, Rajesh Gupta, their wives, and several other business associates linked to this very case.
So picking up on that last point, we know that early in June, the NPA here in South Africa put that request through to Interpol for the red alert notices. And I understand that they had to accompany that with a whole lot of paperwork to explain why they wanted it. So this, I presume, means that Interpol has looked at all of that and gone, yes, this is an absolute just cause. Just explain a little bit more about what the significance is of Interpol now issuing these red alert notices for the 2 Gupta brothers and their wives.
So, Sally, what this essentially means is that the noose is really tightening for the arrest and the extradition of the Gupta brothers back to South Africa to face those charges. And I just want to read, Sally, from the Interpol's website what exactly the red notices mean. It says red notices are issued for fugitives wanted either for prosecution or to serve a sentence. And the red notice is a request to law enforcement worldwide to locate and provisionally arrest a person pending extradition, surrender, or similar legal action. And we do understand that the Interpol has actually issued these red notice alerts to Atul Gupta, his wife Chitala, as well as Rajesh Gupta and his wife Arti, Ankit Jain, a former Nulani Investment Bank of Baroda account signatory, as well as Rivandra Nath, Director of Woon Management, and Jagdish Paker, who's a director of Pragat Investment. So those are some of the companies that have been linked to this controversial tender, where some of those monies were siphoned into those particular bank accounts. And what it essentially means, Sally, is that if the Gupta brothers were to at all leave the United Arab Emirates, where they are believed to be staying currently, they then could find themselves being provisionally arrested and extradited to South Africa. But take a listen to what Sindisiwe Sebuka had to say on this particular issue.
What the red notice essentially means is that the Gupta brothers, as well as their wives and several other business associates, should they leave the countries in which we currently think they're in and go to other countries in which Interpol has a footprint, it means that they'll then be provisionally arrested pending a extradition application from South Africa. So once they've been arrested in that particular country, they'll then be kept there. And then South Africa will be notified that we now have so-and-so people in which you seek in our particular jurisdiction, or in this particular jurisdiction. Then an application will be sent to that particular country. Various countries require various notice periods, others 30 days, others 60 days.
Yeah, so Manqoba, what it seems to mean is that essentially, with that red notice from Interpol, the Guptas are stuck in the United Arab Emirates. And thank you so much for bringing us that update all the way from Bloemfontein. That's our reporter, Manqoba Mchunu.